Brian R. Gill, PR25DC.
Damn, you ugly. So let's see, today. Well, 11th. So what's up? Are you muted? What's up? Are you there?
Yeah, because we're...
Oh, Brad just sent a reply that his computer has to update.
All right.
I guess we're waiting for Brad now.
All right, welcome, revelers. This is Off the Rails, Right versus Left, the podcast that we do because we think the left is evil. I'm Rob B.
And I'm Brad Lee.
And I'm Brian G.
And we are Off the Rails, Right versus Left. Again, we're doing this show because we think everybody needs to know that the left is evil.
Classic.
Your stream is having issues.
Oh, what is going on? All right, we're up
It said the stream was
live. Can you hear me, Brian?
I hear you.
Yeah,
I
that was
definitely hear you.
kinda- that was kind of crazy.
Interesting.
So, welcome, revelers, to Off the Rails, Right versus Left. I'm Rob B. With me, large as life.
Brian G.
Man, it'll delay that bad?
I guess there's some delay. Are you there? You're
Wow.
there.
Okay, so we're gonna try something else then. Yeah, I'm here. I just think we got a delay, man. What is it? We just cannot get a stream to go off without a hitch.
Man, you're finally in one place and you're not going to be driving, and now the stream sucks.
Hmm.
Did you just log out there, Rob?
I gave up on that.
Where'd you go? I don't see you. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
There you are. The window had closed.
Yeah, I gave up on the computer, man. That just was not working. So it's all right. I'll work on the computer. Can you hear me okay? We got decent
I can hear
audio.
you fine. I can hear you fine.
All right. So revelers, welcome to the show. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you're watching, whether it's Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Rumble, DLive, wherever you're catching the show. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to us so you don't miss us. Welcome to the show. There's kind of quite a bit of like crazy stuff going on in the news right now.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's just so weird. So like, okay, so the first thing, like, did you guys like see the story? It was I think it was Hannity was talking about it. Maybe.
I haven't watched Hannity in a while, so.
Well, I mean, I don't watch him. Like, I just get across the news clips that comes across sometimes. So here's the story.
Gotcha.
The CIA has a secret file about the assassination of Kennedy that was supposed to be released after 20 years.
Yeah, I saw the report.
Right. Reagan made it stay hidden, and then Bush, and then Trump said, okay, you guys need to release this. And it was supposed to be released in 2019, but never was. And Now Biden's like, okay, you got to do it. Now, here's the weird part of the story.
Yeah.
They're postponing it until next year because the truth about a 70-year-old event could cause great peril to our current relationships, international relationships, and our security apparatus. That's sketchy as fuck, bro.
It's one of those, what?
So that tells
What
me
could have happened
the CIA killed Kennedy
60 years ago?
or MI6 killed Kennedy. Like, I don't know exactly what that means, but, well, other than it means somebody definitely killed Kennedy, and it wasn't just Oswald and what's his name, Jack Ruby.
Over almost 60 years ago.
Yeah, I think Jack Ruby was paid to do it by the CIA, or he was a CIA operative or something. Like, I don't know. That's just how it's looking to me. So that was a crazy story.
When it finally come out.
Huh?
It'll be interesting when it does finally come out, so we can actually see what it is. I mean, that's
and then but the implications, like, we know that our government does some shady shit, but the implications behind even the concept that they took out the U.S. sitting president.
Yeah.
That's the part that makes it crazy.
Well, I know you had said that you believe that Oswald worked for the Russians.
Yeah, I thought it was a Russian agent. I mean, he was a Russian agent. That was obvious that he was a Russian agent. Like, there never was a question. Hold on, let me kill.
So you were thinking that the Russians assassinated.
Yeah, let me kill the TV here. Had Empire State playing in the background. So, yeah, no. So always, I think every American always suspected that the government was somehow involved, or at least knew more than they ever let on about the assassination. But this is just,
I think that was always obvious.
To me, like a holy shit kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So, what else do I want? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so then it makes you wonder, who else did they kill?
Well, anybody they disagreed with them?
Right. It's like, what's that? You're not gonna do what I? Okay, dead.
Dead. You're dead. Bye. Nice knowing you.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Okay, so I got my phone holder, so hopefully it doesn't block the sound. Am I good?
You're fine.
So, if I'm doing a weird shake, I don't have Parkinson's or anything like that.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just petting the dogs.
He's just retarded.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do try and be like a homie here, the big G.
You have a long ways to get there, brother. Long ways. You can hope to be there someday.
So, now, here's what the connections that I make.
Yeah.
Like, this is like totally deep state shit. You know what I mean? And then I've heard a couple different theories for why the government would have killed him. One of them was that he was going to tell the American people the truth about aliens.
Yeah, no, I got you. I feel you, bro.
That was one thing.
There's a lot of stuff going on with UFOs right now, with the that special investigation into UFOs that they finally did.
Yeah, there's
a lot of stuff going on. It's like, are they preparing us for something?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought, actually. Has to be. So anyway, all right. So next up,
Yeah.
Trump and his big announcement. Some bullshit. So did you have you? It sounded like you didn't even like hear what was going on at all.
With Trump, no, I've been ignoring a lot of that this just recently.
Okay, so he put out this presser that he was holding a press conference because he had huge news and it was going to be huge.
So the normal Trump thing.
Yeah. Okay. But it had nothing to do with the campaign. Had nothing to do with the FBI collusion. Had nothing to do with anything at all.
Yeah.
He's releasing his own NFT.
Okay.
Like, it's stupid. Like, you can get Superman Trump saving the world and some other stupid shit. They're like $100 each. So, like, seriously, it's like a marketing strategy. But, you know, Timcast?
Timcast?
Tim Pool from Timcast.
I don't know.
You should check him out. He's the one that I talk about because he's libertarian too.
Okay.
So he's the one that he made an interesting observation that it may be Trump's way of kind of like delegitimizing his own campaign. So DeSantis can easily beat him. Then he can be like, DeSantis is our guy. Let's help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I've heard the theories that the reason he announced was because of the January 6th trials, and they were gonna, put up some what was it? They were gonna try to catch him on some stuff, and it makes it harder if he's a running candidate.
Well, no. So here's my thing about his declaration. The minute he declares, he's number one target of the press. Right?
Yeah.
So now that he's the number one target of the press, if he doesn't actually intend to become president and he does intend to pass the torch off to somebody else, if he did that now, that person's going to be a target. Whoever he's picking.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like, I don't know, what's her name? Haley Barbie or Nikki Haley or, you know what I mean?
Ricky Lake or
DeSantis or, you know what I mean? Or even Mike Pence. Like
DeSantis, you mean DeSantis?
Yeah, DeSanctimonious. The worst nickname he's ever given out. Yeah, but like if his intention is actually to pass the baton, like what a great service to the country he is if he intentionally makes a fool out of himself. Because let's face it, this clown's not afraid of making a fool of WWF.
I never really got into that show, but I did see some. I saw some, on the news some highlights of it.
Yeah, this like totally like seems like one of those like fake storylines from wrestling where he's like faking a adversarial relationship.
Yeah.
With DeSantis to throw the attention to himself. Because the media, there's nothing the media loves more than a story about hating Trump.
Yeah.
Right?
No, absolutely. But you know my feeling. Is that, what was that little beep? Is that Rob or Brad trying to get on?
That is.
There he is.
I think he didn't realize he had a button himself.
Wait, I don't think I've ever seen his hair like that before.
Dude, I've never
wearing
seen
a hat
hair since he was like a teenager.
Yeah, he's trying to fix his sound. You know my feeling about Trump. I mean, I think it's time for him to move on. I think the best thing Trump could do is say, basically for the betterment of the party, I'm throwing my support behind DeSantis or whoever he wants to throw his support behind. And I think we need to move forward into the next generation. Hand it off to the next generation. Figure out who he wants to hand it off to and hand it off.
Yeah, and I think this may actually be his way of doing it.
That would be great if it is. I know that would disappoint Brad because he loves Trump, and I mean I love Trump's policies. I just hate the way he keeps freaking talking.
Yeah, Trump would be a great president if he just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, if he would just close his mouth and just do what we know he can do because he's been doing it for a while.
All right, Brad, are you ready?
Is he back on? I haven't seen him.
Did you get your sound worked out,
There he
Brad?
is.
Oh, no.
And now he's gone again.
Oh, I think he was turning it on at the same time I did.
Jeez, you dick.
There he is.
Yep.
Wow, it's weird not seeing you with a hat on.
I know. I can't believe I forgot it.
I'm the only one wearing a hat today. Where is that?
That's why.
So, do you have any thoughts on Trump's NFTs? How many have you bought so far?
They're all sold out.
Did they sell it?
Of course I did not.
Dude, yeah, they're worth more than $99 too.
Wow. So, but do you think that it was like just kind of like, do you think he's seriously a presidential candidate if he's doing shit like NFT?
Why not?
Kind of
Do you
weird.
think he's getting ready to hand it off to someone
Dude,
else?
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't fucking happy about that, but that wasn't the only announcement that he made. He actually went through on what his plans are when he becomes later. But I don't know. I wasn't gonna go and buy any NFTs. That's for sure. But people are saying that
Dude,
he's
I bought one just to have
he's
one. That would have been
introduced
kind of cool.
people. He's introduced people like that weren't into the whole crypto or digital thing. He's introduced them into like crypto wallets and shit, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Trump's making a big play into cryptocurrencies.
That commercial though that he made was stupid AF. It was the dumbest thing I ever saw. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like the more important thing to talk about is where is Steven Crowder going?
Yeah.
Where is Steven Crowder going? Because I paid for a yearly subscription for Mug Club for the Blaze just so that I could watch Steven Crowder. Like literally, I don't watch anybody else on the Blaze.
Why is he leaving?
Because Glenn Beck is he's a fair weather freaking Republican too.
Is
The only reason he stuck
he
by
leaving?
is because after Trump won, which I'm sure he didn't vote for Trump, but after Trump won, fucking the policies that he put in place, Glenn Beck all for it. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh, I don't know why I was against Trump." So they're just bandwagon, just like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like,
Shapiro's like, oh my god, like
damn,
all the Daily Wire, the only person from the Daily Wire that only talked about the NFTs, the only person that didn't only talk about the NFTs was Matt Walsh. Everybody else was just like bagging on Trump for that, and I mean, rightfully so. But still, come on, you're gonna sit there and just bash him for his NFTs and not talk about the announcement that he put out afterwards, which was actually some pretty good stuff. You're just gonna focus on NFTs, you morons.
Well, that's what the lamestream media does.
Well, yeah, but I expected more out of Michael Knowles and Matt and Ben Shapiro, but Ben Shapiro's been letting me down lately.
I don't know. So is he leaving the Blaze? Is that what's going on? Oh, you're saying where is he going?
I
Yeah, no one knows.
I have a feeling he's gonna end up on Daily Wire.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, who else is making moves in that space?
Well, I think he wants to make his own thing because he wants to start making his own like content, like the Daily Wire. But I don't know.
Yeah, like Tim Pool's doing. Like Tim's got a lot of shit going on too. Oh, to be like Tim Pool, man. Dude, he just like hangs out in his bunker and like broadcasts like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Right. Well, when he's getting celebrities and stuff to talk to, and he's backed by the likes of Joe Rogan, I mean,
Yeah, that helps. Brian, all we can see is your.
Huh?
I think Brian's falling asleep again. He's giving us the hat treatment.
No, I'm trying to get my stuff done for tonight at the same time.
He didn't want you to feel.
No, I
He
need
didn't
my
want you to feel left
updated
out. What is
directional
this,
map.
Chris?
I need my directional map updated for tonight, so I'm working on that while we're talking.
Oh, that was the Christmas music that was playing while we were going. I have it's just too slow. It just wouldn't run this way.
And it's playing it.
How do you stop it?
It hit. Oh,
Stop it.
now I
Turn it off.
hit.
Stop it.
Ew, what'd you do? There we go. I killed it. Good God.
Good
Nice.
night.
Don't play with things in the middle of the show.
What that
was. Stop.
I'll remove that so nobody accidentally does that again. Anyway.
Oh, there was nothing accidental about it.
Oh, he did it.
First one about was the news release about the CIA file on JFK's assassination. Did you hear about that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, so the government announced that they're not going to release it until next year because it is basically it's a severe national security threat and will end like one of our like close like international relationships if they release the information.
Tweet?
No, if they release the information about who killed JFK or what was really going on with the JFK assassination,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be dangerous for the United States and for our international partnerships.
What? Why would that be dangerous?
Yeah, that's a good question. But God, who was it? Dude, I think was it Glenn Beck? It might have been Glenn Beck talking about it. I don't know. One of those old Fox News hacks.
I know Glenn's talked about it a few times.
So, no, or it could have been Hannah. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, just like it.
Rob listens to all those Fox News guys.
You know me and my love of conspiracy days. So, I definitely think, yeah. To me, it's obvious that the government killed a sitting president, or at least had a hand in it, or knew who did it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Something was definitely sketchy there. That's for sure.
Oh. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. My son's in there yelling for me.
Okay.
Government shutdown. They're not going to shut down. They're avoiding the shutdown.
Well, so that's the thing. They shouldn't avoid the shutdown. Personally,
No, they shouldn't.
the government down until January. You know what I mean? Like, it's time for the so-called conservatives to stop playing games. Or stop.
Yeah. Nicey time is over. Cutesy time is over. We need to start utilizing some of our power.
And they need to stop doing these omnibus spending bills, too.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Like, they need to break that shit down. And
make a budget.
Yeah. They need to just, like, shut it all down. Like, they need to do individual bills. And if they deny funding for a program, the program goes away. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they better fucking defund the 87,000 CIA or IRS agents.
Oh, for sure.
So
we don't need more IRS agents or employees of the IRS.
So, do you know anything about?
What's really funny is they're really quick to take money from you, but they're really slow to give it back.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and then so here's the funny thing. So, if you overpay your taxes, you get a refund of exactly the amount that you're due. But if the government thinks you owe them,
yeah, you got to pay in
penalties and interest.
Yeah, because you're paying them for the money that you're being paid anyways.
So, and then I like the fact that there's actually no law that authorizes them in the modern day to even do an employment tax or an income tax. So, I think that's interesting. There's actually no law in the books that allows them to take your income. Oh, they'll get you. But there's not a law that allows them to do it, and they do it anyway. Anyway, so we already talked about the what's up, B? We already talked about the Elon jet. You saw he let everybody back, right?
Yeah, which I think is stupid, but that's okay.
Yeah, he should have left him banned for at least a week.
FBI responds to latest release of the Twitter files.
Yeah, it just showed more of the collusion between the FBI and Twitter, that they were having like damn near daily briefings.
Biden claims his uncle won Purple Heart during World War II battle, but details make Biden's story impossible.
Oh, we talked about that. We were talking about the rewriting of history. Like it was supposed to be like what, 20 years before his uncle was born or some shit.
Was there a good reason to ban him in the first place? I mean, if you're trying to do free speech.
Well, okay, so technically they did violate the policy because doxing is against policy.
And sending out someone's live geolocation is doxing.
Yeah. And the intention was the same intention as doxing, is to get them harassed.
Right, which is what happened to his son, right?
But he went through and he banned him for life, is what he had originally said. He had permanently banned him, and this is letting him back in. Was that a reason enough to permanently ban him when he's trying to do the free speech?
Yeah, I don't know about a permanent ban, but they definitely should have been suspended with a warning that they violated the doxing policy.
Yeah.
Like, yes. And that would be clear. That would be clear, which is something that like Twitter never had. That YouTube, as they're like sitting there fucking with our content, that they don't have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, it's ridiculous. Like, and we're like majorly throttled on YouTube. That's like obvious.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, did you guys see the Vikings game?
Didn't they come down 33 points to bring it back to overtime? I didn't see the final.
Dude, they won. They won that game. Couldn't believe it was the largest comeback in NFL history.
That's saying a lot. I've seen some big comebacks in the past.
It was looking like a blowout. At halftime, it was like 30-0. 33-0.
That is insane.
And then the Vikings managed to come back.
I remember some pretty big comebacks by Buffalo Bills. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a record of what, 5 consecutive Super Bowls that they lost?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, they got big 5 times in a row. That's still impressive.
Who's that? The Bills?
That means they were AFC champions 5 years in a row.
Uh-huh.
And the Cowboys beat them like 3 of those, right?
I think it was one or two of them.
I don't know. I don't like the Cowboys, so I don't usually pay attention.
That was the one.
Take that hat off. Take that fucking hat off. You're gonna speak blasphemy like that.
I do not.
Take that.
I do not like the
Take it
Dallas
off.
Cowboys. Thank you very much.
You're not worthy of wearing that hat.
Oh, because I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Because I like
Yeah, that's right.
I like every single team above Dallas Cowboys. There's not a team I hate more than the Cowboys.
See, that's exactly why you are unfit to wear that hat.
So for me though,
There's only one team. There's only one time. There's only one time I'll ever cheer for the Seattle Seahawks, and that's if they're playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Take that hat off, sir.
And
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and remove that hat. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's a Jet fan. You got to feel sorry for him anyway.
Yeah.
I say I'm used to losing. I'm a Jets fan. And
So,
why am I a Jets fan? Because I'm from Alaska. My dad's from Alaska. My grandfather's from Alaska. My mom was from New York. So focusing on who should I be cheering for, my mom's from New York, so I go either the Giants or the Jets. Well, the Jets had the first Alaskan in the NFL back in the 80s, Rocky Cleaver. So my choice was the Jets.
So I wonder. So right now we got somebody watching on Twitch. Hey, how's it going? A couple on YouTube. I just wonder if the one that's watching us right now on Twitch, if that's our same fan that comes back.
Trade.
Yeah.
Trade US.
Trades US, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, for me, the Cowboys, where they ruined it, because my mom was a Dallas Cowboys fan, and like Seattle really done much at that point. I was still little, like in something like that. Maybe third year, fourth year, something like that. Anyway, they hadn't been around for very long, and yeah, it was one of the games against the Bills. They're about to get the all-time scoring for the Super Bowl, and it would have been the highest scoring Super Bowl ever. And the dude started like dancing and showboating like at the 20-yard line as he's going in.
Oh yeah, and he knocked it. The Bills guy came up from behind and knocked it out.
Yeah. Like after seeing that, I never respected the Cowboys again.
You don't like any Texan team.
Okay, so I have a different issue.
You don't like the fans.
So the reason I don't like the Texans is because of what they did to. Oh God, what was that name?
Watson?
No. Is it Schaub? Anyway, they like their first quarterback. They had him for like 6 years. He took them to the playoff 5 years in a row. Like, mind you, at the time there was like 24 teams that don't even make the playoffs every year. He took them to the playoffs 5 years in a row, but couldn't get him past like the second round.
Yeah.
Anyway, he started off the season bad, threw like 2 interceptions in 2 games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had like 3 interceptions in the game, and some dude showed up at his house with his kids there, threatening him with death. And
You told me about him a few times.
like, okay, you know what? That's like the shittiest fan base in the world, and this team never deserves even a playoff win. So, which was kind of tough for me because they had like the baddest defensive player in the NFL for years. So, anyway, but I don't watch much in the way of football anymore. Anyways, Kaepernick did it for me.
Yeah, well, I haven't really gotten into football in a long time.
So, let's see here. There's some. I'm tired of hearing about January 6th. I'll tell you.
Japan plans to replace aged nuclear reactors.
Well, I mean, you probably should replace them as older.
says Japan plans to replace aged nuclear reactors to stabilize energy supply.
Well, are they replacing them or are they just shutting them down? Is this more green bullshit?
It says Japan's industry ministry has proposed replacing aging nuclear reactors with new ones, marking a reversal from the country's policy on nuclear power a decade after the 2011 Fukushima disaster. So it looks like they want to upgrade them with new ones. That's from the Epoch Times.
Oh, those.
Yeah, they want to replace
Electric.
them, build some better ones that aren't so prone to earthquakes and tsunamis.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so that's the thing because the like anti-nuclear lobby got so powerful it stopped building reactors. But like technology for nuclear energy is so much in the last years. Like I remember there by where I grew up, Brad, Trojan nuclear power plant, and they found like a crack on one of the cooling towers, repairing it and getting that thing. They like closed it down and then tore the whole damn thing down. Like even after for years after it was down, it was like always on the way to Kelso. You drove past it, kind of like there. That was Trojan. But yeah, no, I mean they've got way better. Rex, relax. The dog's going. Rex, come here.
No, they have much better technology with the nuclear technology right now out there.
I mean,
Much better,
cheapest form of
much
energy.
safer, much smaller, much more efficient.
Yeah, and it's the cleanest form of energy, and they're talking about wanting to get rid of the carbon footprint. Well, nuclear is how you do it. Like right now, that's the best technology for it. And I mean, it just shows that like these leftist hypocrites are just like bullshitting about their goals. Reduce carbon output, nuclear is totally the way to go.
I like a lot of what they're doing with discovering new ways to clean up nuclear waste with the bacteria that will actually eat nuclear waste.
Yeah, we need to launch that into the sun and call it a day.
What's that?
We just need to launch that shit into the sun and call it a day.
Well, as the space technology improves and we get safer and safer on launching stuff with SpaceX and others,
dude,
that might be an option in the future.
Rocket.
That might be an option in the future.
When was the last time SpaceX lost a rocket?
It's been a long time.
So, I think once they get Starship up and running, they'll just be loading all that shit on there and getting it out of here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's obvious. Our sun can insist. But we should not be making baby suns here on the Earth. I still say that's a bad idea.
Shouldn't be what?
Baby sun?
Yeah,
like he's talking about fusion. He's talking about fusion.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Which is creating a mini sun, a micro sun on Earth.
Assisted suicide opponents celebrate reprieves in Canada and abroad.
How so? Because it sounds like it's going full steam ahead. They're even trying to like give kids assisted suicide now.
Opponents of assisted suicide have something to cheer about this holiday season as proposals to expand the procedure have suffered setback. Canada's medical assistance in dying legislations made included a provision to exclude those whose sole condition is a mental illness until March 17, 2023. But as of December 15th, the moratorium on their eligibility has been extended for an indefinite time. Federal Justice Minister David Lametti said during a news conference that provinces, territories, and healthcare professionals need more time. That includes having the time to implement those practice standards and to complete and disseminate key resources that are being developed for clinicians and other healthcare system partners to address these more complex made requests, Lemetti said. The 2-year moratorium was put in place when Bill C-7 was passed in March 2021 and can only be extended with the cooperation of other parties in the minority legislature. However, Lemetti expressed confidence that that would happen. Well, whatever.
So, wow, this is kind of. Have you seen any of the tape yet for the DePape attack on Pelosi?
The what?
The attack on Pelosi. They finally released body cam footage, or at least part.
Well, yeah, and all you could hear is the audio.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. This headline popped up was the first time I had seen anything about it. So, but why is he held without bail? I mean, I thought California let murderers and shit out.
Yeah, I don't get it. Pedophiles get less than 12 months.
I don't know.
I don't know, that whole thing is
It's still sketchy to me.
really, really weird. I don't know.
So Biden is bragging it like got it done, like with the Defense of Marriage Act.
Oh yeah,
And then the release of Grammar. Like those are both losses.
yeah. Yeah, what did you have to give up? I don't care if the Merchant of Death had only like 7 or 10 years left. You don't trade a traitor for a traitor.
So do you think it's possible that the other guy is actually a spy and got caught, and that's the reason why they won't?
What?
Do you think it's possible that that Russia was as a spy?
The Marine?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's possible, but who cares? Was he dealing arms and killing
Nope.
people? They didn't bust him for that, right? They just got him for espionage.
Yeah.
Was he caught giving away secrets? Like, how did they find out that he was even a spy? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you hear this shit about the Trump lawyers being ordered to pay $175,000 or $187,000 in fines because
For what?
for filing lawsuits on behalf of Trump, disputing the elections in Colorado, calling it the stuff which violent insurrections are from.
For what? So the courts ordered his attorneys to pay that?
Yeah.
What is this world coming to?
Mike Lindell was ordered to pay the court costs for the government over his lawsuits about the voting machines.
Are they even done? Those lawsuits?
Yeah, they've all been thrown out. Because of course they uncovered Democrat corruption, so of course they've been thrown out.
Well, why would he be required to pay?
He's being ordered to cover the costs because it's considered a frivolous lawsuit. Another federal judge,
It was a frivolous lawsuit. Why were they thrown out?
dude, they're going after everybody that supported Trump. Another federal judge last month sanctioned several members of the legal team for misrepresenting facts in their frivolous lawsuit against Hillary Clinton. Rudy Giuliani is now facing disbarment. Not that it matters. He's 80 years old. He doesn't practice law anymore. the Texas bar is trying to disbar Powell.
Yeah.
Why?
Like they're going after
Because he
all
supported
lawyers
Trump.
that work for Trump
Because he supported Trump.
or that supported Trump, not even ones that looked at him or that worked for him.
I gotta tell you, I was disappointed in the court system with that whole election BS.
Okay, so again, so like I understand. I mean, they are right. Okay, so they're right and they're wrong. Okay, so if somebody files a suit claiming that these 1,000 ballots were tampered with and shouldn't have been counted, the court should take that case through. But the reasoning is, you know, there's an 8,000 ballot margin. 1,000 ballots wouldn't have changed the election, so they don't have standing to sue.
Well, you saw what the judge did for Carrie Lake, right?
What's that?
She gets to fucking look at a bunch of fucking ballots.
Well, she's contesting that it was cheating, that there was, 2 months of voting or a month and a half of voting before the election. And then on the day of election, when most Republicans would be out there, they had those issues with the not having the wrong ink for the printers. And so elections were shut down for 3 hours, and then they weren't allowed to vote for an extra 3 hours to make up for that time.
So the judge just gave her permission to look at a bunch of ballots. Hold on, I'll pull up the.
Which we've said for a long time, voting a month and a half before all the facts are in and everything. You're voting a month and a half before the freaking election. It's
Yeah, that's
Oh,
silly.
where did all those fucking ballots without custody come from when they were voting for a month and a half? Where the hell did a whole bunch of what's the other chick's name? Hobbs?
Okay.
Where the hell did a bunch of Hobbs votes come from? Like 3 days after the election, if the Democrats all voted in the month and a half before that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the story by Amanda Presta Giacomo from the Daily Wire. Carrie Lake scores legal win in Maricopa County. Republican Carrie Lake, who is contesting an election defeat against Democratic Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, scored a legal win in Maricopa County on Thursday when a court granted Lake's request to have some ballots inspected within the county from Election Day. Maricopa County, the most populous county in the state, had notable problems during the November 8th election, including printer and tabulation machine related issues in at least 70 of the county's 223 polling locations. Lake claims there were tabulator breakdowns at over 59% of the voting centers within the county on Election Day. The Maricopa County Superior Court of Arizona on Thursday advanced Lake's request to inspect 50 randomly selected Election Day cast and spoil marked ballot on demand printed ballots from 6 county voting centers, according to the Daily Caller. Another 50 early cast ballots from 6 separate county batches will be inspected as well. On Election Day, thousands of Republican voters were disenfranchised as a result of Maricopa County election officials' misconduct in connection with the widespread tabulator or printer failures at 59% of the 223 vote centers in Maricopa County. The suit from Lake alleges. So she gets to go in and look at the ballots and stuff from Maricopa County.
That's good.
So a little bit of progress on that front, and it seems like the Supreme Court is backing her up. So
That's cool.
As they should.
You guys see the talking about election? You guys know what's going on down there in Peru?
no, what's going on in Peru?
So in the last 25 months, they've had 5 presidents.
Really?
And the latest one was like he led like strikes and stuff and all that. He got elected as president, and then he announced that he was going to dissolve the Congress and reinstall a body that actually represented the people. And so and now there's protests all over the country, like demanding an accurate representation in Congress. an assembly that actually represents them, and the reinstitution of Castillo, the thing. But he called the like they're calling them racist neoliberals and and yeah, that's crazy. So, but at the same time, yeah, he's like kind of a socialist.
Kind of.
Yeah, no, I mean the guy was a socialist, but it's kind of funny that you got the like socialist candidate gets elected, and the first thing he tries to do is dissolve Congress.
Yeah, of course.
So, but I mean, it's getting pretty nasty down there. Like protesters shot and whatnot. But it is crazy that they're on their fifth president. Like, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's wild. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, our presidential elections kind of sucks. That's crazy. So, yeah, I just thought that was kind of crazy.
Great.
So, and dude, did Moldova just banned Russian TV channels?
Really?
Yeah. My question is, what the fuck took them so long?
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay, so like everybody knows about Crimea, right? But for like 20 years, Russia's been sitting in Transnistria, got their armed forces on Moldovan territory, like propping the separatist government there, like because they don't like that Moldova went to the West.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that like I wouldn't have thought that they even had it there. I mean, I knew that Lithuania and Latvia and Estonia, they all still have pretty good relationships with Russia. Like when I was living in Moscow, a lot of people that I knew in Moscow would like constantly go to Lithuania, Estonia. So it was really kind of like odd to me that Moldova or Georgia would even have Russian like propaganda on.
Well, Moscow's losing a lot of their clout with their old republics. A lot of the old Eastern Bloc countries are starting to open their eyes and go, okay, why are we working with Russia?
Yeah, I don't know. And I've been watching that map over there, and like nothing's like I think they're stuck there. Like nothing's gonna go on. We're just gonna keep paying for bullets until spring, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the DC courts make it even easier for politicians to hide their dirty political contributions. Immediately, this decision comes immediately after the whole scandal with, well, when he gets to prison, we'll call him SBF for so but. But this clown was doing all this dirty money, and like
Yeah.
according agreed to block campaign finance watchdogs from requesting reviews of information because the political contributions are clean.
It's crazy, man.
Like they're just like, especially at a time when it needs to be even more transparent, because then like it turns out like SBF like donated like $45 million stolen funds, but wait, it was more than that.
Well, I love how he threw in there that, well, I contributed to Republicans too.
Yeah, he was buying the ones that were working on the finance committee. Because
But he hasn't said who. It's been all under the table.
oh no, it was pretty clear that he was talking about the people on the committee that was working on legislation for regulation of cryptocurrencies.
Mhm.
But because all those commissions are bipartisan in theory, like he had to donate to them too.
Yeah, in theory.
Hold on, New York just like made a declaration about like using.
New York made some declaration. What?
Yeah, they're prohibiting political parties from using the word independence or independent in their names to avoid voter confusion.
What?
Yeah. So basically, the Independence Party of New York,
Yeah.
like, they've been a registered party with the ballots since 1994, and now they're trying to get rid of them.
Lovely. That's wonderful.
That is like crazy. I can name my political party whatever I want, and now it's going to be called Jedi Whoop Some Democrat.
You are one with the Force.
Independent Jedi Ass Whooper.
I can see you going, you will vote for Rob Brown.
This is the candidate you're
You will vote old Democrats out of office.
You will vote out all rhinos too.
Yes. We will have a new generation.
Yeah, these are not the puppets you're looking for. I love it. Oh, that's crazy. Dude, but I'm like looking around the world. There are a ton of countries going through political turmoil right now, and it's gonna get worse.
You think?
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. What about you, Brian? Don't you have anything to add to the conversation today?
I've been talking. I'm actually just pretty much finished with my directional map that I've been working on while we're talking. Yeah, just some crazy stuff. Artemis finally made it back to Earth and splashed down, from what I read.
We've already been going for an hour.
There's a lot of space stuff going on. I mean, what is it? China just launched a new rocket to try to deflect an asteroid, I believe I read. So NASA's done their one, which they proved that they could move an asteroid. Now China's doing it. And China announced
a joke though. Oh my god.
And China announced that they're expanding their space station a little more. They were supposedly done expanding. Now they decided they're going to make it even bigger.
Oh, wait.
I'm looking forward to seeing Starship actually launch. Hopefully, I mean, Elon thought he would get it this month, but it sounds like it won't be this month now.
For what?
Huh?
For what? I missed what you said.
The Starship.
Oh.
Elon Starship. He thought he would get it into orbit this month, is what he was saying last month. So it sounds like it's being delayed. And there's a lot of stuff going on with space technology right now. It's a pretty exciting time if you enjoy this, seeing space technology advance and move forward.
Job gains this year overstated by 1.1 million. Philadelphia Fed reveals. That's interesting. CDC removed data on defensive gun use after meeting with activists. They didn't want people to know how many fucking defensive use of gun defenses there were.
Oh, they never want, and when they like give you gun death statistics, they never like separate out the ones where it was people that were attacking that were killed in self-defense.
Right.
So that one, bro. So this one like totally sneaked by. I don't know how this like, dude. Like 2 days ago, they put a bill to the floor about setting an official vote in Puerto Rico to determine once and for all whether they're going to be independent or a United States state.
On which one? Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been
Now,
voting for a while. They've been voting to be.
But we know why the Democrats want it. But at the
Well,
same
because-
time, Puerto Rico, like everybody there is U.S. citizens. They've been part of the country for 120 years. I absolutely 100% agree that they deserve representation. Like Washington, D.C. should not be a state, but Puerto Rico should be.
Yeah.
So, but the same thing needs to be done with Guam, Marshall Islands, American Samoa. They all need to take their vote. They're either going to go out on their own or they're going to be a state.
Yeah.
But you notice that what the Democrats want to do is Puerto Rico and DC as states. Then they don't want to do Puerto Rico and Guam. 80% of the population of Guam is military.
Yeah.
So they don't want to add that red state.
No, it's all about expanding the liberal, the Democrat footprint.
Yeah. So I don't like why Nancy Pelosi's doing it and why she's doing it under like the cover of darkness. Like it passed 233 to 191. So 16 Republicans voted with it. Like I actually agree. Like they've been holding that referendum every year for like what 30 years. It's time. But the Democrats are trying to sneak it because they think they'll vote with the Democrats. But yeah, dude, I mean, they've been fighting in our wars. They've been like sharing the fate of the American society in general. They're citizens. They can all move to any state in the U.S. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of ridiculous that they're not a state at the
No, I just hope they don't make DC a state.
But DC can't be like it's even set up in the well,
Yeah, but it hasn't stopped the Democrats from trying to push it through. I mean, just what, a year or two ago they were trying to push to make DC a state.
yeah.
Like, you can't make DC a state. The whole point of the reason they made it so DC wasn't a state was so one of the states couldn't say we are the capital of the U.S. We have more power. We're more important.
So this one's kind of a cool one. It'd be kind of a cool way to like drum out the show, unless you guys think of something else. Top 10 political quotes of the year, since we're nearing the end of the year. Number 1, as far as I can see, he was in a sense ambushed with a cake.
What?
That was Connor Burns, the Northern Ireland minister. talking about Boris Johnson when the Prime Minister attended a gathering to mark his birthday 18 months earlier. The fight is here. I need ammunition, not a ride. You guys know who that is. Private suburbia are the private hedges of a free people. Oliver Dowden, 23rd of March. True. And that's why the Democrats want to put low-income housing in the middle of it.
What, they couldn't find anything with Joe Biden not stammering? Baby.
Yeah, I'm scared.
the charge of the
Yeah, you cold?
No.
Oh, okay.
that was what
Oh,
about the Boris Johnson's replacements for resigning ministers right as the government was failing. Rishi Sunak, borrowing your way out of inflation isn't a plan; it's a fairy tale.
Nice.
You you see that the helicopter on Mars is launched for 36 times now?
Yeah, but they have more like longer range ones going, right?
Well, I'm sure they're going to be sending, but that's what they have there now. It was the first helicopter on Mars.
Yeah, it's been like doing all kinds of cool collections and getting some really cool views.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they first got there, they thought they'd be lucky if they got it in the air a few times. Now it's been up 36 times and still going.
Dude, do you guys remember Liz Truss, the like prime minister for like a day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was it, a month and a half?
On the 20th of July, I'm ready to hit the ground from day one.
What?
I'm ready to hit the ground from day one.
I didn't catch that last part.
She's ready to hit the ground from day one.
Oh.
Instead of hit the ground running,
Yeah.
just hit the ground. I can identify with that one. I got the scar still to prove it.
Yeah, I know what that's all about.
So, do you know what Boris Johnson's last words were as prime minister?
What?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, I remember that in his speech.
A news reporter from Australia said these people were hard to identify, maybe minor royals. Oh, the royal family is so fucking stupid. So I think this must have came from England. It's funny though.
So I went and saw the new Avatar movie.
Oh, there's a shocker.
If you like the
You really need to take that hat off.
if you like the first one, you'll enjoy the second one.
I didn't like
But
the
what
first
I hate about
one. I still have not seen the first one.
I like the first.
Like I was telling Rob, one thing I always hate about these type of movies is they always make man out to be this evil, horrible race that just destroys everything they touch. And now they've destroyed Earth and they're going to this other planet and they're going to wipe everything out on the other planet. And you got to fight against the evil human beings.
It's fucking Fern Gully on steroids.
It's just like, really?
Fucking,
You know, if you can, I just keep telling myself it's an alternate reality that, you know, where man is evil and it's not us. And
Dude, the El Paso mayor finally declared a state of emergency.
it's just
but the
gonna-
graphics are beautiful.
What's that gonna do?
Well, but remember,
Temporarily employ some people.
in terms, he was saying there wasn't a problem, even though he was migrants.
Right, because he's a Democrat mayor. What can you do?
So, and Young can ban TikTok computers. Oh, did you hear there was a shooting at an Amazon? Yeah.
Somebody shot their Amazon driver?
Where was it at? In
Or
Texas?
at the Amazon?
No, at
factory?
Amazon distribution centers. Like short-term, like one contract worker shot another contract worker, and then they were shot
Gee.
by a third contract worker in their defense.
Where?
Where?
That many guns, I'm thinking either Texas or Illinois. No, I think it was here in Texas somewhere.
I was saying, it wasn't the old plant you worked at, was it?
No. We had a couple of lockdowns because there was possible shooting threats. That's crazy. Dude, when they want to lock those buildings down, they're fucking locked down.
That's
How
good.
about the 5.6 earthquake there in Texas?
We had an earthquake?
Yeah, over on the western coast. On the
Oh.
western border, you had an earthquake over there where they do a lot of the fracking.
Interesting. I didn't hear about it. But it's the weekend, so I don't listen to much news.
You're kind of zoned out on the weekend?
Yeah. There's football.
You're all about the football on the weekend.
There was football games today. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, are we already that close to the end of the season?
Are we in playoffs now?
We're pretty close getting there. We only have like
January
left.
What was that, Rob?
It's coming in January.
The playoffs, yeah.
Is college football done with?
I think so. Pretty close. I don't know if there's any more bowl games.
Yeah, I think the bowl season finishes by like first
Doesn't
week.
it finish in January?
Huh?
Doesn't it finish in January?
Yeah.
You know, like the Cotton Bowl and Rose Bowl and all that? Or is the Rose Bowl by Christmas time? I don't know.
Ooh, how was this one so sneaky? House Democrats introduce a bill to bar Trump from office.
Yeah, I saw that.
They've been pushing that for a while.
Yeah, that's what the whole J6 Select Committee
Yeah,
was
that's what
about.
January 6th was, because they're hoping that it would make him, it would disqualify Trump from office if they could find something on him.
I've been hearing that he might be indicted Monday, but we'll see. I don't know. I doubt anything will happen.
I just
Nothing
hope he
happened to
hands the
Clinton.
reins off. I hope he chooses someone and hands the reins off to somebody else.
Well, that's not going to happen.
We can hope. We can hope.
Anyway, that's all I got. I don't really have much of today.
I don't got anything either. I'm just a fucking lazy bum.
Yeah. There's there's not really that much interesting going on because everything gets kind of quiet at the end of the year, I think.
Yeah.
I'm tired of like listening to these news personalities.
Everybody's holding their
What's
breath
that?
and everybody's holding their breath and putting everything off for the new House and Senate.
Right. Well, and that's like sucks. The Democrats have full control of the Senate now, but the Republicans have full control of the House. Come on, gridlock, baby, just the way the founders intended.
Yep.
Well,
And that's the point. Get frustrated about gridlock Congress, but gridlock Congress, the way Congress was always supposed to operate.
Well, what sucks is that the Republicans in Georgia stayed home and let the Democrats get a majority over in the Senate by not voting. So now instead of it being a 50-50, now it's a 51-50, so they can lose a vote and still have the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they still have to contend with both Mansion and Cinema.
Yeah, but that's easier than having to deal with, rather than one of them switches and now they're screwed, where now one can switch and they're fine.
Right. And as an independent now, so.
No, she ain't.
She is, but she's still caucusing with the Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
Or what she did, though, because now they can't primary her.
Right.
And if they put up a candidate at all, that's going to take away votes from her and the Democrat, and the Republican will win. Maybe it's time for Arizona to get a libertarian.
Is she from Arizona? That's what I was going to ask.
What's that?
Yeah, she's from.
Is she from Arizona?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of the point of what she's doing. She's trying to brand herself like McCain.
Huh.
But she still votes with Democrats 80% of the time.
Right.
And I don't recall anything that she's ever proposed.
Right.
So I think, no, whenever the Republicans actually get control of everything again, they need to write laws basically saying that if you haven't proposed any bills on the floor of the Senate, like the author of any bills on the floor of the Senate or the House, that you have to leave office.
Yeah.
Because so many of those people, they don't ever like propose any bills. They're elected to be lawmakers, not law voters.
Right.
So anyway, my opinion. Anyway, boring show today. But thanks for joining, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. But no Happy Kwanzaa because that shit's made up. And y'all got any sign-offs?
Nope. You all have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless you all.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do between now and Christmas. If we're bored, we might jump on, but we don't have any shows planned until after the New Year. So
I think Rob and I will probably do a tech talk. If Brad wants to join, he can. But
right. So, anyways, if we don't see you guys, Merry Christmas and a Happy
New Year.
oh God, Rob.